A few things that make a man so attractive. When he makes a plan. Don't ask me where I want to go, don't ask me what I want to do, and he just books it. Tells me what time to be there. When he says, oh, you need help hanging your TV? No problem, I'll come over, I got you. He grabs my luggage like it's no big deal and just grabs it out of the back. When he opens my door, takes out my seat. When he literally could just throw me over his shoulder. When he brings the alpha energy. When I know he could protect me or stand up for me at any time. When he can still express himself, telling me how he feels about me without being feminine. When he would never let me pick up the tab, or even if we're in a social setting and he wants to grab the tab for the table. So sexy. Just like you were a fucking man in charge. Just a few to name.
Ladies, if a man doesn't show you one or both of these two traits, you're going to have some friction in a relationship. Okay, welcome to the Daddy Academy. Number one, does he have a purpose or life passion that he is currently trying to build to the best of his abilities? This doesn't have to be like he's trying to build the next Apple, but anything that he is passionate about, that he is then working towards to make the most amount of money, be the happiest possible, just to reach that goal. Okay, men are very like goal oriented and purpose driven. So if a man doesn't have that purpose and he's just kind of going through life, you know, working a 9 to 5 that he doesn't like, kind of just coming home to you and whatever, there's gonna be some weird tension just by you kind of observing the way he goes about life, and it'll kind of just bleed its way into other problems. So having a man that has that purpose, has a passion that, like I said, he doesn't have to be the best at it, but striving to be the best or the best of his abilities is extremely, extremely important trait to have in a man. Number two, emotional intelligence. Okay, this looks like a lot of different things, but do you guys have deep conversations? Does he ask about your past? Does he really want to learn about, you know, you? When you guys get into an argument, does he understand your point? Is he intuitive in reading how you're feeling? Man that has the ability to get in touch with his, you know, softer emotional side while maintaining, you know, the masculine frame in the relationship and allowing you to come to him with your needs and for him to talk you through it and to be there for you, even if you just need support. Just a soundboard. Like if you find a man with a purpose that he's driven and working towards and he's emotionally intelligent, ladies might want to lock him up.
The 4 most attractive things in men. Number 1 is when he's protective. So like overly protective is too much, but when he's protective, it's like, okay, you clearly care about me. You are strong. You can take care of me. You can defend me. He's like he wants you and he's making it known. And number 2, this is for people kind of starting out, because once you get comfortable with each other, this, you know, you can just do this all the time. But when he's like confident enough to grab your hand or grab your waist or guide you by your back, like when he's confident enough to touch you, because it's like, you know, a little weird or awkward in the beginning, but when he's confident and he's showing that confidence and doing those things without even hesitation, yeah, we love it. And number 3 is when he's good with kids. Like when he is good with kids, you're like, yeah, you can have my children and be the father, thank you. And number 4 is when he knows himself enough and what he brings to the table. So by that, I mean like he knows what he does well in a relationship or as a human, as a person, whatever, and he's okay with saying that, and he's okay with saying what he isn't great with, maybe communication, maybe listening, whatever it is, but he knows himself enough to know what he does and doesn't bring to the table.
What women find attractive.
I would just say masculinity. And what I mean by masculinity, and I know that I keep talking about this, but I promise you, women find boundaries very attractive. They pretend that they don't. Here's the thing. They'll say, you can't tell me what to do. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, here's the thing. They'll say, you can't tell me what to do. I'm my own woman, this, that, and the other. But there's something so attractive about a man that says, who's not a people pleaser. When you're with a people pleaser, what happens then is you just can't get that same chemistry for him because he just likes what you like. Whereas when he's not a people pleaser and he lets you know what's what, there's something so attractive about that, because then what happens is you can allow him to lead. You can give him some of the decision making. Now, when my partner is not a people pleaser, I can just be like, oh, what should I do in this situation? What should I do in that? Like, you need to do da da da. And I'm like, oh, I feel shy saying that. And he's like, no, da da da, because he's not a people pleaser. But if he was a people pleaser, I couldn't make those phone calls. I can't ask him, do I look nice in this? Yeah, you look nice. Shall I go here? Yeah, whatever you think. I'm not getting anything from that. Therefore, I can't submit because I can't trust him to lead. So I think the boundaries and not being a people pleaser is the most attractive thing to a woman.
Types of guys that women will always fall in love with. Number one, the bad boy. Bro, don't let anyone tell you that women like the nice guy. It's just not true. Now, being a bad boy doesn't mean that you're a complete dick. It doesn't mean that you have to be in and out of prison. It basically means that you carry certain traits. You're a little bit rebellious. You don't really conform to social norms. You don't always follow the rules. And you're willing to take risks. They just want a guy who's not going to become a pushover. They want someone who they can see as strong. And that typical bad boy image gives off that strong persona. And the second type of guy is a guy who's on a mission, who's on his purpose, who's focused, who's ambitious, who's trying to go somewhere in life, who has a passion. Notice that this is the complete opposite to a lazy stoner who sits there and plays video games all day long, which by the way is exactly who I used to be, and I was unable to attract women because of that. Where women want to see that you're going to be able to take care of a family, to take care of them. They want to know that you're capable of making money, and if you're that focused, ambitious guy, then it's obvious that you're going to be able to do all of those things. Now, the third and last type of guy is the confident but respectful guy. You have a high level of self-esteem, you're self-assured, you're confident, but you also carry those respectful traits. You have a little bit of humility about you. You're humble. You really know how to find that balance between the two. Confidence is honestly so high up on the list of any girl out there, bro. It's something that they all look for in a man. If you're not confident right now, that's okay. Don't worry. Work on yourself and build yourself up into that confident guy.
I don't actually understand that if you have these 3 qualities about you, you can lock down any high value woman you want. You see drop dead gorgeous smoke show women, sometimes with average looking men, and then you're probably asking yourself, what does he have that I don't have? And then you probably settle on the idea that, oh, it must be because he's rich. Well, that's not necessarily the case. Maybe it can be in some, but I'm not saying it's always the case. You want to know what the most attractive qualities a man can have is? No, you don't have to be the most attractive guy physically. You don't have to be the biggest guy in the room, and you don't have to be an alpha. Instead, if you want a high value woman, you need to possess a perfect balance of confidence, peace, and safety. That's what these high value women are looking for in a man. Number 1, confidence. You're able to get things done, especially when problems arise. Number 2, peace, meaning you're able to create a peaceful environment for her where she never doubts that she's being heard or seen. That's all women want, is to be understood and loved. She knows that her heart is safe with you because you've created a peaceful environment for her. 3, lastly, you're protective over her. Not only does she know that you protect her heart, but you also protect her safety. In situations where her safety is at risk, you step up and protect her. So next time you see an average looking guy with a gorgeous girl, you can probably assume that it's not because he has money. Instead, it's because he has these 3 qualities that every woman looks for in a man. And this could be you. You could be a high value man with these 3 qualities and get a high value woman.
Women are always attracted to guys with these 3 qualities. Presence. It is so hot when a guy gives you his undivided attention and actually listens to what you say. Drive. Women love ambitious guys who aren't afraid to dream big and pursue their goals. Positivity. There is nothing more magnetic than a person who truly sees the glass half full and uplifts the people around them.
Number 1 thing that women love. We love a brave man. Not somebody who cowers away in a corner, not engaging in conversation. Brave men are so exciting. I mean brave in a sense of you having the balls to get up, walk over, and talk to them. You're too scared to talk to them? Do it anyways. You're too scared to compliment them? Do it anyways. Push that resistance. That is the only way you are going to become more brave.